What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Into My GT Entertainment, and I am Joel. Have a whole different startup today, don't I? Yes, I do. Not for any particular reason, but about to have lunch, have some chips, and make a video with y'all. So, with this video today, it's kind of a special one, kind of something that happened pretty quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat my lunch. Y'all go watch the intro, and there might be a little extra tag into that intro today, so we'll have to see if I put it in there or not, but it'll all clear itself up shortly. We'll see you in a minute. All right, everybody, so let me go ahead and grab some keys and we'll have a conversation. Oh, look at all them keys now. Jeez. I got the ST, got my Mustang, got Pam's Mustang, we got the truck, Brandon's Mustang, another set of her keys for the Mustang, the Jeep, and then there's these. I wonder what these belong to. Let's go find out. Alrighty then. So, as y'all can see, I got a good old Wasp here all cleaned up because there is a Cars and Coffee tomorrow. But we have a new family member, per se. If you saw the intro, I added a little bit of Neptune to it. So what is Neptune? Not the planet, the god of the sea, Poseidon, if you will. But he goes by Neptune also in Greek mythology. So with that context to it, can you tell what I got? Drop in the comment now, I'll wait. Still there? All right, tired of waiting. So, what I ended up getting, and it wasn't even for me. I have my car, Wasp, you know, my 2024 Mustang GT Whipple Supercharged, ready to go, good to go there. Then we kind of come over here, and we got good old Nightwing. Like I said, Nightwing is not going anywhere. Love that car. Ooh, I gotta update the tag soon. Anyway, and then you got Minion here. You know, Minion is Brandon's car. We got Sydney's car and the truck, and I need to go take that to go get some wheels because I had to get some TPS sensors put in them, and then the good old Jeep. And then coming out down here, we got Storm sitting out in front of the house. So with those clues, no cars have left my abode. My stable is still intact. But we have added something new. So, here it is. It is our 2026 FX Edition Mustang GT Performance Pack. Now, I know what you people are gonna say, and I'm saying it myself. Don't know about those wheels. I don't know about those wheels. But just to let y'all know, that's the wheels I have to go get the TPS sensors that I got to go pick up. I have a set already for here. It was the ones that were on her car. It's the RTR's black set. So we're going to start there. I have some ideas for later on, but that's for another video and for another time. But this is Neptune. Neptune, again, is our 26 Mustang GT Performance Pack in the FX. It's the Adriatic blue color with the white accents. Again, the color is beautiful. I don't know how well it films because every time I film it looks blue. It's actually a teal. And like I said, the car itself is beautiful. This is for Pam. About a week and a half ago, we were discussing, you know, if you could get another Mustang, what would you get and what color would it be? So somehow, in a week's time, we went from color discussion, which was a cross between this one and multi-magenta and just the red. Those were the ones that she wanted. But then she started piecing them a little bit more together, I guess. So she likes the interior of the FX package. So with the FX package, you get the white wheels, you get the white accents, which everything else is fine. You get the clear tail lights, even though, see, don't even have to buy Euros, factory Euros right there, right? The badging itself looks good on there. The biggest hold up to me is those wheels, and sometimes I look at them and they look good, and then sometimes I look at them, I'm like, they're kind of atrocious. Like I said, I don't know how Ford said that was a throwback, maybe a white color throwback, but that wheel, and I'm old and I've been through the Fox body era, and yeah, I never saw that. But I digress because I'm losing my train of thought. Let me get back to where this car came from. Okay, so I was saying, you know, she'd like those three colors, but then it became a thing with the interior, and the only way to get the interior is to get the FX package, which, you know, gave you those wheels and the accents and whatever. And what makes the interior special is that everything that is chrome in my car is blacked out. Everything that the seats themselves, I'll just have to show you. But there is some differences in the car itself. My performance pack here to that performance pack there. Ford did take some things out of the car, but again, I'll leave that for another video. Let me open the doors and I'll show you what I'm talking about the interior. It has the plaid look to it, and front and rear. All the seat belts are blacked out. Panel is blacked out. Steering wheel is blacked out, but they left that silver for whatever reason, chrome. I guess because we got a chrome steering ball, right? Couldn't change that. But all this is blacked out. The stitching is teal and white all through the car, so it adds a different flavor to your normal interior of your car. Basic functions are the same. This one brought auto start stop, where my car did not at that time, didn't offer it, which who wants it anyway? But if you put your car in sports mode, it'll kick it out and turn itself off. So there's ways around it, so we're okay with that. But again, this is her car, and we're gonna get more into detail with it and go into some do's and don'ts and what I found out after I bought the car and stuff like that. But that's it. Yeah, that is Neptune. Neptune is new for the channel. We're gonna do a build on her. Will it be a build like Wasp? Maybe not, but she has mentioned a supercharger, but we're not jumping that gun right now. That's down the road, so we'll kind of see where we are with that. But again, the color is beautiful, and that's kind of what brought her to it. She wanted to have something a little different. We're getting into all these different colors, right? So it's definitely a nice car, and it sticks itself out. You have the white snorkels on here with the white pony, which I've gotten kind of used to seeing now. I was going to change that to the Dark Horse front end, the one for the GT, but we'll see where we go with that. There have been parts ordered already for this. We're going to go ahead and get it low, put those wheels on it. I've ordered the same suspension, so it's going to kind of mirror my suspension. Steeda rims, Steeda manual rod springs. We're going to put the stop to hop on it, the camber plates, and then we're going to get it lowered. We're not doing the sway bars and stuff like that. We're not doing that. because I don't think she's going to be tracking it. I don't even track it, right? We go on a little mountain trip with the car being low. I think it'll be fine. She's not going to be hitting corners at 90 miles an hour. Not that I'm aware of, but you never know, right? But let me give you a nice little walk around this real quick. All right, for on the rear, we have the white and black badging with the Euro style taillights, the active exhaust, and a 30-day tag. Pretty much the same. And like I said, it's Adriatic blue, so I don't know what color it's coming out as, but it's really teal. So coming down the side, you got the white wheels, factory spec, 275s in the rear, 255s in the front, white edition wheels. That will be changing shortly. I'm waiting for all the parts so I can kind of lower it and do all that at the same time, so that way that'll get done. I'll bring y'all along with that if y'all want to. Tint will be done. It was supposed to get done this Sunday. We shall see. Sometimes the guy got to do it, gets busy, and kind of falls by the wayside. So tint is on the schedule for Sunday. Let's see where we are with that. Just ordered some side markers, the clear side markers for it. The smoked, excuse me, not the clear, the smoked side markers for it. Ordered the fog light kit for it, because I like the way the fog lights are on my car, so I'm gonna like that too. Coming up towards the front, the 5.0 badging is white with the black inners. You have black mirror caps, and then you got your normal roof. Now, I've seen this in a night pony package, and it looks awesome. But this is the FX package with part of the night pony package. Doesn't have the painted roof, but it has all the accents. It still has the glossy grille, you know, the hood vent and stuff like that. So that is kind of how this works out. Again, to the front, we're getting the fog lights, so those will get done at some point. It's not a super hurry to do, because you know you got to take your whole grill off, your whole front end, to get to the grills. Not changing the grills themselves, we're just doing the little side pieces here and here. I have seen it done on a lift where you can do it from the bottom and get it done that way, but I only have the quick jack, so we might just be taking the whole thing off. Down the other side, same stuff. You know, I already showed you the interior, the wheels. Like I said, it is a performance pack, so if you do have a performance pack car, it's pretty comparable to that. It has the blacked out headlights. So everything is kind of like a night pony package minus the black roof. All that is kind of done the same way. But let me pop the hood, because there is something that has done already. It seems like every car that we get that's new, Brandon has at least a little accent that he has to put on it. So let me show you what we got there. All right, coming to the engine compartment, as you can see, it's your basic 5-liter 2-snout motor, right? It has everything that your normal GT has. It's 486 horsepower to the crank, not to the wheel. So it's probably around 417-ish. To give or take, that's what mine was, so I'm going to assume it's somewhere in that neighborhood. I had some little stuff done, which this is getting done also. We have intakes on the way. Brandon's little touch and flavor was the strut tower brace. It's carbon fiber, so he had that actually on his Mustang, and this fits his Mustang and it fits our Mustang, so it works out. I do have an anchor room plate coming for the center where those 2 holes are. I'm going to get that taken care of also. The shroud is going to be like mine. It's going to be with the carbon fiber also. So it's going to be carbon fiber, and then whatever intake I decide to get. I already know, but I'm not going to tell you all the whole story. And when we got this car, it came from Ohio. I'll tell you the story about that. I kind of started and didn't finish it, so I'll get to the garage and tell you all that story here in a second, because it's a little hot today. So with this being done, fog lights are going in. We're going to start messing around with it. My biggest concern I want to do, I want to get it lowered. I want these wheels off of it, because you got the Brembo brakes, but you can't see them. As you can see, that's about as much as you could see of the Brembo brakes right there. And same thing with the rear. You pay the money to have, you know, the nice brake package or whatever, and it'd be nice to see it, right? Like you do on my car. Come over here, you could at least see the Brembo brakes through the wheels, correct? And you will with the new wheels I'm about to put on there. But again, this is the new Journey active exhaust. You know, we're gonna go ahead and have fun, and like I said, this is Pam's car. This is gonna be her build, so however she wants to set it up and get it done, that's what we're gonna do. Of course, I'm gonna add in my little flavor and get it taken care of for her, you know, because she's a great girl. She deals with me all the time, and you know, it's good to be rewarded sometimes. Now, these things are not cheap. I was kind of shocked at how much these cars are now. The good thing is we had the employee pricing stuff going on, and so that gave you a little plan drop down. But not getting into figures, it's about, this car was $10,000 less than this car, and there's some features in this car that this car has that this one doesn't, that doesn't make sense. But again, that is for another story. But I want to get into how this came about, because that's a whole conversation within itself. So let me let me talk to you about that for a moment, and then we'll let you go do your day thing. Hold on one second. All right, so with that being said, what had happened was I was talking to Pam, and I was like I said at the beginning of the video, if you had a choice of what color car you would want, or what have you, you know, what would it be? And that was about, I'll say it's 2 weeks now. So we got the car Monday. What would you want? So she started looking, and then she kind of went with the 3 different colors that I told you. The actual teal, the Adriatic blue, what it is, the red, and the molten magenta. So I was looking at it, I was like, okay, so we'll get the performance pack in one of those colors, you know, call it a day, and you know, that would be cool, right? No, it always goes a different route with me. So with her, she started looking at the interiors and saw that the package, the FS package. Now, again, with those wheels, they're not really my favorite. They're not really my first choice, right? And if they went with that, with the white wheel, I would have understood, like the base model has a 5-star, the base model 5-star that they offer, that looks better than these wheels. I would probably rock that a little more in the white versus, but neither here or there. I switch out wheels anyway. I got a stockpile. We're gonna go ahead and put the RTRs on there. They're black, but I'm thinking maybe down the road we're gonna maybe try to fiddle with some bronze wheels. Just using what I have at the moment, not going out and doing some extra purchasing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and figure that part out too. And I'm sorry, I got the lights on, and you know, you got that black bar that goes across here. So needless to say, she liked the interior. The only way to get the interior is to get the FX package. The only way with the FX package comes are with those white wheels. And if I would have got a base, it would have had the 5 stars, but I don't buy base cars because I like to have all the bells and whistles that come with the car. That's just me. Take that for what it is. So I was looking and she was looking, and you know, there was nothing here. None of our dealers had it, and then the closest one was, I think, PA, then it was out in Ohio. So I started talking to them in Ohio. You know, I was like, you know, y'all transfer cars with this, that, and the other, because we're not local. You know, we were talking about flying out there and then driving it back type deal. Right? It would have been a, you know, 8-hour day. We'll make a 2-day little thing. We'll go see something in Ohio, I guess, right? But Brandon, Super Sleuth, has a lot of friends in the car industry. So he talked to his buddies down here at our local Ford dealership, and they made a trade with the Ohio dealership for that car. So that happened fairly quickly. I think that was like 3 days in from that last conversation. So I was like, well, all right. So they said, well, yeah, we can get the car. We just need you to do, you know, the finance for it to show that you're gonna get the car. No problem. So they did that. And then it took a day or so. Things kind of fell off. So I was just like, okay. I was working, she was working. We had shit going on anyway, right? So it wasn't part of our mainstream, and it's not like we needed it per se, right, to get done. So they called, said, okay, we're gonna go ahead and shoot for next Wednesday to have the car down here. They're gonna de-exit back if we're sending one up, someone down. Okay, so we're like, cool, that's fine. You know, that gives us a couple days to get whatever. In that same day, I think later on that afternoon, the guy hits us up. He goes, yeah, it'll be down here Saturday. So do you want to buy it Monday? I'm like, wow. So they were quick on everything, right? So yeah, so that's kind of how it worked out. But the car came super dirty. I mean, I spent all day yesterday. I washed it, or they cleaned it up, but you know, dealers just kind of spit shine it and keep on going. They don't really, you know, do what you would normally, not what I would do anyway, right? So I went ahead and cleaned up the car. It looked like it was on the beach. There are beaches in Ohio that I don't know about, but this one would have been on it, I suppose. But like I said, it had all that stuff going on, and cleaned it all up, and you know, so Monday we got it. We went ahead and got it, but it's Storm Monday, so it was just, the timing was kind of shitty with that, because you couldn't really look at the car per se to make sure that everything is fine. But we're friends with this dealership, so it's good to go. You know, everything is fine, nothing is out of whack. There is a spot on the hood that I don't know if it'll film it very good, but it almost looks like it's a paint defect. It's like right under the scoop, and depending on how you look at it, it's if you see it or you don't see it. So it's something in the actual paint. But to go ahead and probably get that fixed, you probably have to get the hood resprayed, and I think it would open up another can of worms that we're not really ready to do right now. They're aware of it, and some of the little things that we found, and they're aware, and it's all notated. So, you know, if it gets on our nerves, we'll go ahead and get it taken care of. But for the most part, that is how the car got here so quickly. We got it Monday. This is Friday I'm making this video. I'll probably drop it on Sunday, maybe Monday. So the car's here. And like I said, I have ordered my suspension for it. Let me break this up a little bit, hold on. Okay, so again, we have ordered some pieces, parts for it, and they'll be coming shortly. I got actually the springs and the jacking rails already in the house, waiting for the camber plates, waiting for the stop to hop kit to come in, and then I can start with the suspension, getting it lowered and doing what I need to do there. We do have the other parts that I said that are coming in, and that'll be kind of floating around for a little bit. We'll take care of it when we take care of it. That's not something we got to do tomorrow type deal. Like I said, wheels, tint are getting done. Those are always my first thing. And then obviously we're getting it lowered, so that'll be part of it. Everything else is kind of the aesthetics of it, with the lights and all that stuff. That could be done at some other point, because you know, with these new cars, you have to actually pop the rear fender off a little to put in the actual backlights. The front ones, you have to kind of reach in there a little weird little area. So when I do the fog lights, we'll go ahead and do those too. But anyway, there will be more about Neptune here in the coming months. Like I said, I just wanted to reveal her to you, or him. Her Wasp, him Neptune. So I just wanted to reveal that to you, give you a little heads up on what's going on, showing you that Pam is now in the S650 game. She can hang a little better than her other car. Her other car is doing fine, but you know, it's got a couple years on it. Things are starting to show its time, and you know, now she is with us, and she shouldn't have no issues for a while. And if so, there's a warranty on it. It's all good. So stay tuned for all the stuff that's going to happen to this. I'm sure this could be quite a bit, but like I said, it's not going to be as extreme as Wasp is. But this is the Miranda household, and things just kind of get away from us sometimes, so we'll have to see how it goes. But with that being said, I hope you have an enjoyable weekend. We're going to do some cars and coffee if the weather holds up. It's kind of iffy. It keeps saying it might rain, it might not rain. I guess we'll wake up in the morning and that's what we'll decide to do at that point. But again, if I don't get to y'all before 4th of July, have a good 4th of July. Here's Neptune, our new little baby for our family. I hope to see more of her on the channel. I hope y'all are waiting to see what we can do. And hey, throw down some suggestions. It's fresh, so we'll see what we can do with it. Peace.